What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. It's Professor X. Thanks for tuning in. I want to talk about an email topic that was sent to me. And the topic that they asked me to speak on was when a woman makes significantly more than the man, how it may make him feel. So, how the man may feel when the woman makes, and the word significantly was in the email message. And also how they may go about handling the business of the finance, some of the guidelines, particularly the one that doesn't make the most, which in the question, I feel like that would again be the man, and just give my perspective on that. I want to say first that most men, in my opinion, again, my perspective, most men don't feel or not going to feel any type of way if the woman makes more money. Um, I know for me, I would if I was married to someone that made double what I make, triple what I make, it would not make me feel any type of way. Um, I have dated in the past women that made 30 to 40,000 more a year than I did. It didn't make me feel. It didn't make me feel any type of way. So I think that personality, and I'm gonna go into some reasons why in a minute, but I definitely think that personality plays a part. I think that if the man and women, if you're dating or engaged or married to the guy, then you know him enough. I think that if he leans towards being insecure, unsure of himself, doubting himself, feeling like he's not enough, anything in that area, I think it could lead to be a problem, be an issue. But I think if he's strong in who he is, and I'm not even talking like, this man, this I'm not even talking, I'm just saying if he's secure in who he is and what he enjoys doing, I don't think that it's going to be that big of a factor. Now, with that being said, the word significant was used. So the reason why I would not have a problem with it, and I would love for that, to be in a situation like that, right? But with what I make, and I'm using me, but I'm also talking general. The reason why I would not be intimidated by that, because what I do make, I feel is enough to be able to provide for the needs of a woman, especially at our age or my age, being a middle-aged man in my 40s, and if I'm gonna marry again or be in a long-term relationship, she's gonna be somewhere in that ballpark. So we don't have small children, and we don't have the daycares, and we don't have the private school. And there's just a lot of things at this age we don't really have to think about. So with what I make, I'm able to provide the needs that a woman, a wife, long-term girlfriend, I'm able to provide that. So again, the average man only makes what, $50,000, $55,000 a year. So if he makes 50,000 and she makes 150,000, I think that's going to probably present itself to be, I don't want to call it an issue, but I can definitely see how he's going to feel a little weird about it. Just the kind of house that they would stay in, if he was paying the mortgage or the rent out of his own check, then that house or apartment or condo or duplex, whatever, would have to be, if he's paying for it. In other words, if that's his responsibility, if that's the part that he's saying, I'm gonna do this as a man, and he's doing it off of $50,000 a year towards him and a woman that makes 150,000, then she would have to be willing to live in a place that was within his budget of $50,000 a year. I don't know a lot of women that's willing to do that. So I think that again there can be some push there, and I would say how is the lady treating him, or how does she view him, or how does she see him with that difference? Because it's not just how it may make the man feel, but how is the lady treating him, even if she's not saying it out loud? What's the treatment of this difference in pay? Because guys can pick up on these subliminal messages as well. We can pick up on a disgust or resentment, or always saying, why don't you go get a better job, or why don't you start, go do this and go do that, take another job. So there's a lot of push that could come when it's very possible he could be happy in doing what he's doing. Let's say he's a principal of a high school. I don't know what they make. Let's just say he makes $65,000 a year. He's a principal of a high school. He enjoys doing what he's doing. He's a counselor at a high school. He enjoys doing what he's doing. He don't make $100,000 a year, but he went to school. He went to college. He got a bachelor's in education, whatever. He became a principal. He's helping teenagers, try to organize and figure out where they're going to start in life. It's an honorable position, but it's only going to pay 60. I don't know. I'm just throwing this number out there. It's only going to pay $65,000 a year. Then you date and begin to enjoy the company of a woman that may make 100, 120. That's a $50,000 difference. Where would they stay? Where would they live? Is she okay with staying in a place that he's able to afford from his pay, or do she need to assist him and they work together? And I'm going to talk about that too, and then stay in a place that's combined, or is she going to pay the mortgage and he's going to take care of something else? The way that it's handled, I would say, by her is going to determine how he feels. Now, again, as a man, if it's a significant amount, then of course he could possibly feel some type of way, because again, the ambition that she had to put herself in position to make this kind of money to be successful in life, and then he look at his own life, and as a man, he may feel or see that he lacked ambition. That's going to make him, it could make him feel a certain type of way. But like I said, for me, not so much, because I'm going to make enough where I'm going to be able to take care of business. So I may not, hit the 150,000 mark, but I'm going to make enough. So if she came in at 150,000, 200,000, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't matter to me. I'd be laughing and giggling. Really, I would, because that's just certain men. I mean, we just certain things we don't care about. So I think if we could take care of business, it don't matter that much. Now, if I was only making $40,000 a year and she was coming in at $100,000 a year, and I was not able to necessarily take care of the business and the responsibilities, I do feel that that would cause myself and the average man to feel some type of weight, which of course we would have to do what we got to do and get ourselves to a different place. Now, with that being said, let me say, and I'm not a financial guru, but I want to say this. I think that the best way, if this relationship is going to work, is that you must find a way to work as a team. Everybody from the 90s here, so you're going to hear some terms from people from the 90s. Everybody on the Bulls could not score like Jordan and Scottie Pippen. But when they won the six, the 2 3-peats, everybody got the trophy. And teams where the best person isolates themselves because they are the best, they're scoring, they may win scoring titles, but their team very rarely will win championships. So in particular, when you're talking about marriage and finance, you must work as a team. So it doesn't really matter at that point who makes more. Do they have the ability to work as a team? That's what I would that's what I would go after more versus if it's the woman or if it's the man, are we working together as a team? Who has the high? And again, just because a woman makes more does not mean that her financial IQ is higher. There's a lot of people that make 6 figures that don't know how to budget. There's a lot of people that make 50,000 that don't know how to budget. So the understanding, that's why I say you have to work as a team. Where are we going? What are we trying to accomplish? What are we trying to do? Be able to release the ball. If you're trying to get down the court to Shaquille O'Neal back in the day, you don't really want him dribbling the ball down the court. Now we've seen the videos of him, dribbling all the way down, and we laughing and giggling because it just looked weird. This 7 foot something trying to dribble the basketball, and here come this big old tank, and it was just funny. It was just we all laughed about it, and Shaq is Shaq, right? But you want him to go down and post up and take the easy two. You don't want him dribbling the ball. You put somebody come down with the ball, you put it in the hands of Allen Iverson and say, go do your thing. Bring the ball down the court and do what you got to do. Put it in the right hands. So whoever has the better financial sense, savvy, IQ, I think they should, again, working as a team with understanding, not being dogmatic in their approach, but everybody on the same page. I think that's what will work better. Because if you're getting married, it's 2 people becoming one, and finances is a main part of that. So hopefully this helps. Um, how will it make the man feel? If it's a significant amount and he's on the low end, it's probably going to make him feel a bit insecure. If he's already an insecure man, it's going to make him feel even more insecure. And how the lady in this situation treats him or deals with him about even his own money, it could possibly make him feel even more insecure. And if that continues to happen, that relationship is probably not going to last once the two come together and try to be a real couple in the same household year after year after year. It's not going to work. She's not going to get the best out of him if he's already feeling that way. So hopefully this helps. If y'all have anything that y'all want me to discuss, the email is professorx7942@gmail.com. Not many people is using that right now, so I'm going to just say, if you want me to discuss a topic or something to get my perspective on, if you would just post it in the comments, and then I'll read it and go from there. That way it just makes it easy so you don't have to switch over, try to get the email, try to send it. Just post it in the comments, and I'll look at it and check it out and try to make some content, make a video on it. Until then, y'all be blessed.